Hey, so I want to make a new video on a 100 map Crimson Temple run. I got this question a lot, like, hey, how much profit do you make? How much profit is this without Apothecary? Do you lose money without Apothecary? And the answer is, of course, no. I say this every time. You make money without Apothecary, and profit per hour is actually more insane than I thought. It's over 20 divines an hour if you're going as fast as me, which is a big if because I'm a pretty fast player with a really fast build. So obviously not everyone can go as fast as me, but you can calculate your own profit an hour by just adjusting how many maps you do an hour. So yeah, did 100 maps. This is a 2 dump tabs and a map dump tab and a second map dump tab. Everything enters this alteration orb is what I got from the 100 maps. So all these other maps don't count, but these ones do. In total, if you're wondering, it was 750 maps for a total profit of 75 divines in maps. I sell maps for 22C each. You can sell them for a little bit more sometimes or a little bit less, but overall, I've sold thousands and thousands of maps this league, tens of thousands of maps this league, right? Um, yeah, you can sell them for 23C each. I have the experience, I know. So yeah. Now we'll get to the total div value. The total div value plus the maps I got on my 100 maps was like 304 divines. Now this is 2 apothecaries, but don't worry, I mapped it out without apothecaries and with average apothecary RNG. I'm not counting 2 apothecaries. Obviously 2 in 100 maps is pretty lucky, so yeah, don't worry about that. I'm not counting 2 of my total profits. 11 years, this is only 1 above average, so not too lucky or anything, only 2 extra divines here. 8 divines, I say pretty average. 2 void one keys, pretty average. I'd say it's about 1.8 to 2 void keys per 100 maps. Like I said, I've done over 3,000 maps, so in my experience, this is just how it is. I've definitely gotten over 60 void one keys this league, and I've done over 3,000 maps, right? So it's definitely at least like 2, I would say, per 100 maps, maybe even higher than 2. Yeah, and then everything else is pretty normal, right? The sextants, 3 invitations, right? 100 maps. Chaos orbs, the nurse, 1 nurse. I guess is a little bit lucky, but you will find the nurses from strong boxes or from altars that specifically reward the nurse card. So I mean, it's only 2 divines anyway. Enlighten, fusions, whatever. Right? This is all normal stuff. I only got 1 good corruption. That's Meganords, 190C, and this is what I've considered unlucky. Generally, in one day, I can get like 5 to 8 divines and corruptions. One day for me is like 200 maps, for example. So yeah, I would say I actually got unlucky in the corruption part, but it didn't really matter in the profits in the end. 7 heat shivers, I guess is a little bit lucky, but I mean it's 1.2 divines total, right? Who really cares? Take 7 heat shivers out of here, doesn't even matter. This is not counting well-rolled uniques either. So this is kind of like Grease Embrace at like 5C, but if you see these Grease Embrace, right, they're all well-rolled, as in, show you right here, this Grease Embrace, like 1.5 divines will sell at. This one will sell for 130, 145 chaos, right? Same with this one. Oh, this is an extra, 3 divines right here. Also 3 dragon fangs. I didn't mean to ID this one, but I did on accident. On ID dragon fangs go for like 1 div each, I believe. So this is another 3 divines. So yeah, this is not even counting 6 divines I'm missing from my total end profit. So yeah, the profit's even more insane than what I'm showing you right here. Also this Whittle Hail. Almost counted Whittle Hail is like min-rolled, but like 235 is like 50 chaos or whatever, right? So yeah, quite insane profit overall. Yeah, that's like the rest of the stuff is just small stuff, right? I think I got a little bit lucky on wing scarabs, but you take out all the wing scarabs, it's only like negative 2 divines, right? Which, like I said, it's not counting my well-rolled uniques, which is worth more than that. Yeah, nothing insane. Like pretty the standard stuff, like 1 Cone Spirit, 1 7 Leagues, 1 Ralakash, 1 High Zyre. That's not even worth like anything. So yeah, we'll get to the juicy stuff now, which is the text document I made. So yeah, 100 map test. Total cost for 100 maps was 102 divines. Actually quite expensive, right? 1 divine per map on average. But as you'll see, the profit is insane. So yeah, I did all this live on stream. I brought all these compasses live on stream for these exact prices. So, if you want proof of something, feel free to check the VOD. It's all up still. So yeah. I didn't buy the scarabs on stream. Well, in this session, I brought them like the last like 2 or 3 sessions. So, but I just checked the prices of like right now what it was, and this was the prices for 100 of each scarabs. So yeah, and 100 maps with 20 each. Now you don't actually buy the maps; you just self-sustain it. But also, if you're using 100 maps of your own, that means you can't sell 100 of your own for 22 each. So yeah, 100 maps, 22 each is 10 divines, or a total cost of 102 divines. You know, quite a bit, right? A lot of people are like, oh, wow, 102 divines, it's quite a bit of 4 map costs, but see the profit, like I said, it's quite insane. So I'm not even counting all this stuff, by the way, in the profit. So I'm not counting the silver coins I got. I'm not counting the scouting reports I get, which like actually do sell. I'm not counting like blueprints, unusual gems. This is probably another like 2 to 3 divines in profit. Not counting it. I'm also not including stuff like essence, fossils, the small divination cards. The only div cards I counted were like decently sized ones, like lingering remembrance, for example. This sells for like 30C in bulk. You just turn them in, sell them for 30C in bulk, right? The map. So yeah, I'm not counting like all the small divination cards outside lingering remembrance. So yeah, even after like not counting like all these small things, right, which easily adds another 4, 5, even 6 divines profit. I ended up with 161 divines after supply costs. This is assuming 1 APO every 70 maps, 1.4 in 100 maps. Obviously, you could, math this out yourself. The average rate should be about roughly 1 apothecary every 70 maps, if you didn't know, by the way. With 9 to 10 7 years of bad luck every 10 maps as well. So yeah, the total profit before supply cost was 263 divines, and then of course after supply cost, right? I mapped it out. It's 161 divines. That's quite a bit of profit, right? After your huge investment of 102 divines. I did this in 7 hours. Once again, this was done live on stream. This included breaks too, like bathroom break or whatever. I was eating a little bit, stretching, stuff like that, right? So this was after breaks. This is a realistic time. This is something, anyone else can do, assuming they're just as fast as me and have a good build, right? Yeah, so 7 hours, or in other words, 14 maps an hour, with the average RNG. So I'm only kind of 1.4 apothecaries essentially. 1.8 apothecaries is 98 divines, I believe. That's the profit I added to this. Like I said, I did not count 2 apothecaries. I'm counting the average RNG, since that's what matters in the long run, right? If you're doing like 1,000, 2,000 maps, you only care about the average profit. So yeah, profit hour with average RNG with going as fast as me is 23 divines an hour. 23 divines. That's quite insane for how I play my maps. I don't do ghosting. I don't open boxes at the end. I pretty much play like Al can go, right? I do the map. I open all the boxes on the way to the boss. I kill the boss, clear the rest of the map, and open all the boxes on the same time, right? I do not use altars. I do not save altars or like open boxes for last. I straight up just clear the map as fast as I can. This is like the boxes per an hour strat, and it's one of the strats which I think is to be the best, and it seems to be on par with ghosting. As far as I know from other people, with their ghosting strat, they're making like 20 to 25 divines an hour ghosting. So I'm pretty much making the same amount of profit without ghosting. And why ghost then, right? Ghosting's pretty annoying. Yeah, I just want to show like you don't need to ghost. You can make insane profit without ghosting. Now, will I make more ghosting? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not interested in ghosting, so go follow all the people who do a lot of ghosting, like Snoo or whatever. Kobe, I think, does a lot of ghosting, right? But for ours, I know their profit an hour is not that much better than this. So yeah, you don't need to ghost if you're a solo player, at least. And then profit without apothecary was 92 divines for a total of well, I think this was wrong actually. My bad. It was 68 divines. I mapped it out a little bit wrong. Let me just see real quick. 68 divided by 7, right? Yeah, 9.7 divines. This is from old thing I just forgot to remove. So yeah, profit per hour without apothecary is 68 divines for 9.7 divines an hour, which is really good, right? Close to 10 divines an hour with 0 apothecaries. And yeah, and all you'll do to take it out, right, is take out, so it'd be like 161 minus 98, right? 63. Oh my bad, it was 63. Which, yeah, actually made this as 9 divines an hour. So yeah, profit without apothecary, 63 divines and 100 maps. Still pretty good profit. Obviously nothing insane for like how much time it takes, but still 9 divines an hour without apothecary. Yeah, this is what I meant. Even with no apothecary drops, you can be unlucky. You can go 1,000 maps without apothecaries. You're still making money, right? You're still making divines. 9 divine an hour without apothecary is still really, really good. And with apothecary, 23 divines an hour. So yeah, obviously apothecary is still such a big portion of your profit. So going for average RNG here, you get 23 divines an hour. I think realistically, 20 to 25 is expected. 20 to 25 divines an hour. You can get more than me. Like I said, I didn't count all the small things: essence, fossils, small diff cards, silver coins, scouting reports, blueprints. Right? I didn't count any of this. So I think up to 25 divines, pretty realistic for average RNG. So yeah, this is pretty much the whole video. So if you have any friends that are wondering, hey, can you make profit without apothecary? Answer is yes. Just show them this video. I hope you guys like this video. I generally don't do these type of videos, but no one else is really doing regular maps at this point, right? Everyone's doing ghosting, so I felt like I kind of had to make this video because I got this question so many times a day, and people said, oh, they lost money doing Crimson Temple, and truth is, if you're losing money doing Crimson Temple, you're just doing something wrong. I could get no apothecaries for the next 1,000 maps, and I'm still gonna make over a mirror worth of profit, right? So yeah, I have all my Atlas strategies on my YouTube channel. So if you're wondering, what was my Atlas strategy, what's my character, this is all on YouTube. This character's on YouTube. My full Atlas tree, this is all on YouTube too, right? This is my standard Atlas perma deli map with Beyond. So yeah, if you're wondering, that's all on YouTube. I'll have the links below. But yeah, that's the video. I stream on Twitch as well, so if you want to watch, feel free to come by. I'll be live as this video goes up. But yeah, that's about it.